Good afternoon, friends. Today we will talk about the most relevant events in the world. In our program, Akhmet Special Forces Unit ready to take up positions in Artyomovsk. Pentagon studied ways to spread bird flu via Ukrainian center, top brass says. Ukraine may launch counteroffensive in coming days, if not hours, Zaporizhzhia leader. Ukraine worked on biological experiments prior to Russia's special operation. And so let's get started. Staff at the False-Fine Biosphere Reserve in Askania Nova previously engaged in collecting and transferring biomaterial from migratory birds abroad as recently as in 2022. Chemical and Biological Protection Troops Lieutenant General Igor Kirilov said on Friday. Up until 2022, employees at the reserve collected and then transferred abroad biological material that had been obtained from migratory birds, Kirilov stated. According to him, gross violations were revealed as part of the work on behalf of the Defense Ministry, Federal Security Service and Roslkotsnadzor on the territory of the reserve at the end of April. Thus, Kirilov says, work was carried out in unequipped rooms, the security of the data collected was not monitored, and in some cases, biohazardous pathogenic material was stored at the homes of the Biosphere Reserve's employees. Kirilov pointed to the fact that in 2021 mass bird deaths were documented on the territory of the reserve, which experts attributed to be caused by infections. The Defense Ministry does not rule out that the sudden deaths of these birds were caused by experiments carried out at the reserve. The main objectives of the research conducted in Askania Nova were to collect and transfer strains of particularly dangerous and economically significant infections to the customer. The U.S. military department, which studied their possible impact on the biological situation in the region, as well as to determine the ability of selected pathogens to cause large-scale outbreaks among the population, similar to the coronavirus pandemic, Kirilov noted. Kirilov stated earlier that Ukraine's security service exerted incredible pressure on participants in the American UP4 project, under which strains with high epidemic potential were collected in Ukraine. At least 2 species of migratory birds, whose migration routes take them across Russia, were studied as part of the project. Attempts to remove and destroy documents, as well as the material collected during the course of research indicate the dual nature of the work conducted, Kirilov stated. The Ukrainian armed forces may launch a counteroffensive in the coming days, if not hours, the region's acting governor Yevgeny Balitsky said on Friday, citing reports from the line of contact. We believe that a counteroffensive will begin very soon. We have information from the line of contact, up to 150 kilometers deep, and we realize that it can happen in the coming days, if not hours, he told the Soloviev Live TV channel. When commenting on the decision to relocate local residents deeper into the region due to intensified shelling by Ukrainian forces, Balitsky noted that cities located the closest to the line of contact had come under attack in the previous week. According to him, in particular, schools and kindergartens came under indiscriminate fire. We could not remain indifferent to the situation, the acting regional governor said. The New York Times reported on April 25, citing leaked Pentagon and U.S. intelligence documents, that Ukrainian forces were planning to launch a counteroffensive in the southern direction in May. Yevgeny Prigozhin, founder of private military company Wagner, said on Wednesday that the Ukrainian armed forces offensive had effectively begun and could enter the active phase in the near future. The Pentagon, via Ukraine's Science and Technology Center, was assessing the conditions which would cause the uncontrolled spread of bird flu in the Azov Black Sea region. Chief of Russia's Radiation, Chemical and Biological Protection Force Igor Kirilov said.